If you keep reacting to anxiety the same way, it will quietly decide your future. Not loudly, not today, but permanently. Stay with me, because this video will show you what a Stoic does when anxiety hits, how that response changes everything, and why calm people always outlast anxious ones. Imagine lying awake at night, heart racing, replaying moments that already ended. Nothing is happening, yet your body is on alert. That's the trap. Anxiety isn't danger, it's imagination unchecked. Only now does the Stoic appear. He doesn't fight the feeling or beg it to stop. He asks one ruthless question: is this within my control right now? If not, attention returns to action. Anxiety weakens the moment energy stops feeding stories. This shift is subtle but deadly effective, because the mind cannot panic while it is focused on deliberate effort and clear boundaries. That is where discipline begins, and the spiral finally breaks for good. Always.
That control question leads to the next problem most people miss. If anxiety controls your decisions, your life shrinks without permission. This video continues by showing how Stoics stayed steady when outcomes were uncertain, why anxious minds crave certainty, and why chasing it creates more fear. Picture preparing for something important, and your mind jumps to worst-case scenarios. Nothing failed, yet you feel defeated. Anxiety pulls the future into the present and makes you suffer early. Here, the Stoic rule enters. Separate preparation from imagination. Prepare with reason, then stop rehearsing pain. Effort belongs to you, outcomes do not. When effort is complete, the future becomes neutral, not threatening. This mental boundary preserves energy, sharpens focus, and prevents fear from multiplying without purpose. It is how pressure turns into clarity instead of collapse over time. Calm is trained, not gifted. Slowly, deliberately. That calm exposes another illusion. If you believe anxiety means something is wrong with you, you strengthen it daily. This part shows how Stoics viewed anxiety as a signal, not an enemy, and why resistance makes it louder. Imagine feeling your chest tighten before speaking and immediately labeling it weakness. Avoidance follows, then identity forms. Only now the Stoic lesson appears. Sensations are neutral. Judgment creates suffering. Anxiety is a body response, not a command. When judgment stops, the sensation peaks and fades. The mind stops panicking about panic, and control quietly returns. This detachment creates space, and in that space, choice replaces reflex without force or denial. Over time, fear loses authority when it is allowed to exist without being obeyed. This is how resilience is built silently, repetition after repetition, moment by moment. Strength grows where reaction ends, not instantly, but reliably, with time. That inner control reveals something uncomfortable. If anxiety guides your actions, other people will shape your life for you. This section shows how Stoics kept inner independence under pressure and why anxious minds become externally controlled. Imagine agreeing to things you resent, staying silent to avoid tension, constantly scanning reactions. Anxiety doesn't shout, it submits. Now the Stoic principle arrives: values over comfort. Discomfort is not danger, it is the price of integrity.
Each time action aligns with values instead of fear, anxiety weakens. The nervous system learns a critical lesson. Discomfort is survivable. With repetition, fear loses authority. Anxiety becomes background noise instead of a steering wheel. This is not confidence. It is self-respect trained through action. Over time, the mind trusts itself again because it has evidence. Freedom begins when fear no longer negotiates your behavior. Calm grows from earned certainty, not emotional control. That earned certainty destroys the biggest lie anxiety tells. If you wait to feel ready, you will wait forever. This part shows how Stoics acted without emotional permission, and why confidence appears only after movement. Picture delaying your life, saying you'll start once fear disappears. It never does. Stoics reverse the order. Reason chooses the action. Mood is ignored. Anxiety is allowed to exist, but it does not vote. When progress happens despite fear, the body learns something powerful. Fear is not fatal. Each action becomes proof. Over time, anxiety loses leverage because it no longer stops momentum. Calm is not found. It is built through repeated follow-through. Action teaches the nervous system safety better than reassurance ever could. This is why Stoics moved forward while others waited. They understood clarity comes after movement, not before. Fear fades when it realizes it can no longer block progress. At this point, one final shift remains. If anxiety defines who you are, you will protect it unconsciously. This closing section shows how Stoics separated identity from emotion, the foundation of mental strength. Imagine saying, "I am anxious," instead of, "I feel anxiety." One word traps you. Stoics speak precisely. Feelings are events, not identities. Anxiety visits, but it does not own the house. When identity detaches from emotion, space appears. In that space, choice returns. Anxiety still arrives, but it no longer dictates behavior. This is the Stoic advantage. Not the absence of fear, but the absence of obedience to it. Over time, the mind becomes a place fear passes through, not a place it rules. That is true calm. Not silence, but sovereignty. When emotion loses authority, peace stops being fragile. It becomes durable, repeatable, and earned through understanding. This is how a Stoic faces anxiety, and why it never controls his future again.